$5,700. Admissions tax, $5,209. Lodging tax, $208,436. Meal tax, $1,771,671. Cigarette tax, $167,293. Personal property tax supplements, $6,270,863. The personal property tax book, $5,754,079. And the real estate tax land book, $23,870,573. Bank franchise tax, $193,150. The total taxes generated by our office from January 1, 2016 through September of this year, 2016. Also on here are abatements and corrections. In other words, on our personal property book, we have individuals who have moved, we have military that should be taxed. Any corrections amounted in the amount of $2,774,426. Also, I have included on here the taxes that are not assessed on our veterans and our elderly and disabled. Now, I did make a note that this is a correction. When I first gave this information to council, I gave them the gross amount of taxes on our real estate book. But for tax purposes, they need the net amount. In other words, the amount after any discounts or credits for real estate taxes. If you all have any questions, I'm available for answers.
Any questions for Mr. Council?
Yes, could you repeat the meal tax? What you have?
Meal tax, $1,771,961. That's what it is. I think that's it.
Just me?
I apologize.
Any other questions?
And this information is available through our AS400 system. This information can be retrieved in the system. If you would like to pay our office a visit anytime you need figures or amounts or what we generated as far as taxes. Now, we put these taxes on the books, but of course they're collected by the treasurer's office. We generate bills, and then the taxes are collected by the treasurer.
Council Brown?
Yeah, what was the different amount you get off on the real estate also? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The real estate taxes land book, what was the figure that you read off?
The figure that I read off is $23,870,573.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's different.
It's
24.
okay. This is a correction. So
Okay.
that's why it's different on the screen. This is
All right.
a correction, and the correction was just inserted and given to you, and my apologies today.
All right.
Like I said, this is the net. This is the net amount of taxes that the city would receive after any discounts or credits due.
Any other questions from members of council? Councilwoman Wilson Smith?
One question, please. Of the vendors on the streets, the people who sell watermelons or fruit, or somebody else does hot dogs up on Crater Road near 7-Eleven, and or maybe somebody selling flowers, how do you keep up with whether or not they have actually, and I'm assuming they have to get a business license?
Yes. Now, watermelons, vegetables, and whatnot, it all depends. If they're producers and they raise these vegetables on their property, if they're grown and homegrown and they raise them themselves, they're not required to obtain a license. If they go and buy the produce, then they have to have a license. They get what's called a producer's tag if they raise the vegetables themselves. They don't have to buy a license. But the vendors selling flowers or selling hot dogs or whatnot on the side of the road, they are required to get a license. We have a license inspector who, we get phone calls from concerned citizens. We ride up and down, he rides up and down Crater Road, or if I see something, I have the right to stop and let them know that they are required to get a license. Yes. And we do have some seasonal persons that get seasonal licenses. Ice cream truck vendors and so on, they get seasonal licenses.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Ms. Harrison.
Okay. I plan to provide you all with a quarterly report. So the next report that you'll receive from me would be in January, and that would be for the period October, November, and December. But if you need something before then, just let me know.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next item, item 5C, an update on collection results from the City Treasurer's Office. Mr. Brown.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Acting City Manager, City Attorney, citizens of Petersburg, Virginia. My name is Kevin Brown, the City Treasurer of Petersburg. I'm coming to you this meeting to talk about our delinquent collection results. And I will be doing this every month going forward. Okay. Sorry about that. So we have two collection agencies. Propel Financial Services is a real estate financing company, and what they do is they finance the delinquent real estate taxes for our customers. So what they would do if a person was delinquent and they needed some assistance, they would go call Propel. Propel would take a quick application. They do not do credit checks. What they're just looking for is your employment and your bank information. They would pay the customer all their delinquent and their current all the way through June of 2017. The payment is spread over 8 years. There's a no prepayment fee. The first 6 months are interest-free. We've had thus far, since November, Propel has helped us to collect $699,925 through their service. The second collection agency that we use is Tax. And you can't see the report, so I'll show you that through September of this year, Tax started in June collecting our real estate and our personal property taxes. They've collected thus far since June $740,113. So the total collection effort between those two companies is $1,440,038. The plan was in the budget for $1.8 million. And we plan, as the city treasurer, to try to collect $2.5 million this year, at a minimum. So we have those two collection companies, and here are some of our further collection activities. We had some summonses done by tax, and they work with the sheriff's office. The customers were served with summons, and then tax met with them, and they received some collection results from that. We will have continued collection efforts from Propel and Tax. We will send new collection files. So with the collection agencies, specifically tax, we cannot send any file, like right now, the RE 2016. We couldn't send the new file for them right now. We would have to wait 90 days after the last due date of RE 2016. So right now we can send them RE 2015, personal property 2016, and all the business licenses for 2016 that haven't been paid. We were looking to send a new delinquent taxpayer file to the progress index in October, not only to show our progress, but to continue our collection results. We might have to wait a little bit. We want to make sure that we have the finances in order to make that ad. We do have a tax foreclosure sale in November. I'm waiting for a date from Sands Anderson. I will get the information back to you and the public as soon as I receive it. And like I said, I'm going to show my collection results at City Council every meeting going forward. So you will be updated on our progress. Questions?
All right, any questions from members of council? Councilman Hill.
Thank you for your presentation. So the 1.4 million that we collected overall, that's of just all?
That's all combined, real estate, personal property.
Okay. And that's of how much that was mailed out, asking for?
We mailed out
10 million, and we collected 1.4 roughly. Okay. Does it seem like that that our citizens are responding to the collection efforts of the new tax collectors, brother?
Yes, and not only responding to the collection efforts, but you have some citizens that are responding to our needs as the city, who have paid out their real estate for the entire real estate year. So we have seen a significant increase in that. The other side is that we've also seen an increase in bankruptcy filings because of our collection efforts.
Also, I don't know how true this is, but I was talking to a citizen, and they were explaining to me they were going to pay on a current bill, but they owed a older bill, and for some reason they wouldn't take the money to apply. They had money in their hand.
That's right. All the delinquent bills we have sent to tax, so they need to pay tax because there's not only the collection of the delinquent bill, but there's also a collection rate, and we don't want to misappropriate that rate to tax. So they have to pay their delinquent first, and then they can come back to the city and pay their current.
Okay, all right.
Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Brown, for the presentation. My question is, with the number of tax collectors that we have collecting these delinquent taxes, and I see we have a foreclosure sale coming up in November. Is that going to be a larger sale than our typical foreclosure sale that we have? Just
the last one that we had in June was our largest sale. This will be a little smaller sale because we haven't finished completing all the sales that we had in June. So this will be a smaller sale, but the sale after this one will be a larger sale because we have not only the parcels that are delinquent in taxes, we have some parcels that are delinquent, but they haven't been sent to Sands Anderson because of the value of them. And then we have other parcels that City Council put into the charter that if it was blighted and it was past due more than 1 year, we could put that into the tax foreclosure sale. So my next sale after that will be a very large sale.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
The next item, item 6, consent agenda. Item A, the minutes of the regular city council meeting September 6th, special city council meeting September 7th, September 20th, September 14th, and September 30th. Item B, a request to schedule a public hearing for a special use permit pursuant to Article 23, Section 4(5) of the zoning ordinance to have a solar power generation facility at 950 Winfield Road. And item C, a request to schedule a public hearing for a special use permit pursuant to Article 23, Section 4(12) of the zoning ordinance to operate a child care center in a residential district, subject to certain terms and conditions at 2568 North Stedman Drive. The suggested dates for our public hearings B and C are November 1st, 2016.
All right, your motion. Vice Mayor.
Move that we approve the consent agenda as stated.
Councilman Hart.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Coleman.
Aye.
Councilmember Hart.
Aye.
Councilmember Hill.
Aye.
Councilmember Wilson Smith. Aye. Councilmember Moore.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Perm.
Aye.
Mayor Myers.
Aye.
Motion's passed. The next item, item 7, public hearings. We have no public hearings. Item 8, public information period. The public information period is established by the rules of council to hear input from city residents or owners of businesses in the city. It will last for a maximum of 30 minutes. Speakers will be called in the order that they have signed up to speak. If there are 10 or fewer speakers, each shall speak for a maximum of 3 minutes.